And that breaking news, an incredibly reckless and dangerous chase through L.A. This is actually the second car being chased after the driver and passenger crashed and switched cars. They're now in the area of Inglewood near LAX. Eliana Moreno overhead for us in News Chopper 4. Eliana.
Carolyn, and because it's near LAX, as you said, we're unable to actually follow the physical vehicle. LAX is holding us back, but I can show you some of the units that are in pursuit of this white Mercedes. But as you were saying, this isn't the first car that was used in the course of this very dangerous high-speed pursuit. It was originally a gray Mercedes with two occupants. They were wanted for reckless driving by the Sheriff's Department. Eventually, the CHP got involved. But when they got to the area of Figueroa around Gage in the South LA area, that gray Mercedes crashed right into the side of an apartment building, and the two occupants got out, started running around, and that is when this white Mercedes that is now in the pursuit arrived on the scene, picked up both that driver and passenger, and the pursuit was on at even more incredibly high, dangerous speeds, making its way all the way to the LAX area, where the airships have had a tough time following that vehicle at those incredibly high speeds. And now, as I was just showing you, you do have some ground units that are trying to catch up to that white Mercedes, but currently making its way northbound on the 405 near LAX.
And Eliana, one of the other dangerous parts about all of this is that driver's been turning off the headlights periodically. At last check, it appeared those lights were back on, but it's always just so nerve-wracking to watch when you see this speeding vehicle with no lights on. Oh, and Eliana lost us for just a moment there. She's trying to find this pursuit. She can obviously see the LAPD cars in pursuit here. The driver believed to now be on the 405. But as I was mentioning to her, we had watched a number of times where the headlights were turned off on the vehicle, and that just makes it so much more dangerous for people in the area having no idea that a car is just really coming up right on them. And Eliana, are you back with us? She is not back with us yet, but you can see she's been having a difficult time trying to track this one because of the difficulty in the proximity to LAX, and that's always an issue. And a number of times we feel like some of these folks who are involved in these chases do tend to operate in this area knowing that we can't track them as well here. Eliana, I was mentioning this issue with the driver turning off the headlights on the vehicle a number of times during this pursuit, which makes it all the more dangerous.
Yeah, Carolyn, and what I'm hearing right now across the scanner is that no police helicopter has eyes on that suspect vehicle anymore, and those ground units were so far back that they don't have eyes on him either. The airship was actually just asking us if we could see him, which we couldn't see, but what we are hearing is that he exited off the 405 freeway, and he is now on surface streets, potentially here near the 405 freeway near Culver City. So that is where those units are heading to now, as you see them there from a distance. And again, we're not allowed into that area, which is why we can't be over there. But we're going to try to work our way around, although it will be a long way around, but we will be able to be a little bit closer to the vehicle when they do get behind it.
Eliana, any idea what the want on all this initially was? And you mentioned it. It first started with a gray Mercedes and then turned into this white vehicle. But do you know why they were on the run to begin with?
The original want, Carolyn, was reckless driving or reckless DUI by the original occupants of that gray Mercedes. And of course, now this white Mercedes that they're chasing now is going to be wanted for basically aiding these two suspects who were fleeing from police when they came and picked them up there in the South LA area after they crashed that first vehicle. Now, how that white Mercedes was able to get there so quickly is unknown at this time. So there's a possibility that they may have been trailing that original car and were there at the right place and right time to pick up that driver and passenger.
Yeah, because that was what was so unusual, Eliana. You know, we have on occasion seen other vehicles coming and helping someone out, but it did seem like they were there just moments after that initial gray Mercedes crashed into that apartment building, or the fence of the apartment building, I should say.
Yeah, it was so quick. I started following the passenger, which was the only one that we could see from our angle. He was dressed in all white, and the driver was wearing black. So we followed the passenger because he was the only one we could see. And within 30 seconds, that white Mercedes was in the area and picked him up. And what we couldn't see was that before he picked up that passenger, he had picked up that driver. So we know that both of those suspects are now in that vehicle. And now the pursuit continues here around the Culver City area.
And seeing a little bit of flashing lights there, still haven't been able to pick up the vehicle, though.
Yeah, correct. And so what we're planning on doing now is we're going to start moving, and we're going to go northbound on the 110 and work our way around the LAX airspace so that we can try to get a little bit closer to where that vehicle was last seen, since we can't get to it via the LAX route. So it's going to take us a few minutes to go all the way around, but hopefully by the time we get over there, either these guys are in custody, or if the pursuit is still continuing, then we'll be able to bring you images of that.
All right, sounds like a good plan, Eliana. We will check back with you shortly. Meanwhile,